入会するかどうかは説明を聞き終わってからで構いませんから。
With that, Senpai officially began the tour to see the ruins around campus. A number of these stone ruins were believed to have been built over 1,000 years ago at Miyajima Academy. The gigantic boulders over there once served as the school's foundation and were part of the fortress known as Oni's Castle that previously resided here. Many of these ruins were somehow related to the campus Oni, which created quite the unique ambience when paired with the old-fashioned architecture. Students usually refer to the academy as Onigashima, the mythical island of demons of yore. Incidentally, it seemed as though they had built this academy on top of those culturally precious ruins to intentionally stoke the student body's interest in history, but
学生のほとんどはただの古臭い石の塊としか思ってないみたいね。そうですね。少なくとも遺跡に対する敬意は感じられません。よく落書きなどもされますし。そう、落書きよ。特にこういう悪質なのは許せない。
although it was a relatively minor problem, Gibitsumiya cried out and pointed toward the graffiti I had drawn on the school gates yesterday.
この門は羅生門と言いまして、学園の正門でもあり、貴重な文化遺産の一つでもあります。そんな場所に落書きするなんて、村さん、許せません。だってすっかり嫌われちゃったね。
My ears are burning. Even Sakagami-san, who seemed the type to rarely get angry, was puffing up her cheeks in disgust. Perhaps I had gone too far in my attempts to lure out the fake Ura.
怪盗ウラ。どうしたのクレハちゃん。いや、よくこんな場所に落書きを残せたものだなと感心してな。
Oh, stop! You're making me blush! Hehe.
なんでお前が照れるんだ。ウラと自分を重ねてヒーロー気取りか。もっと現実を見つめろ。本当のお前はただの戦闘員 A だ。
When did I get drafted into some secret evil society?
ちなみに A はアシスタントの A だ。
Just how low of a rank would a soldier's assistant be?
怪人はそこのクマだな。特技は焼き土下座。
それって技を出した瞬間に負け確定だよね。
あなたたち随分と息がぴったりね。もしかして顔見知りなの？そんなことはない。あらあら、本当に息がぴったりですね。
The others broke out laughing when the three of us simultaneously denied her claim. All the while, only Sumiyoshi had an uncomfortable sour look on her face. In spite of it all, had Sumiyoshi adjusted to the group even if it was just a little?
かなさん、校門の落書きも私たちが掃除するんですか？いえ、下校時刻を過ぎたら忍者さんたちにきれいにしてもらう予定です。あれくらい大掛かりなものだと私たちだけでは手に負えませんし。今回のは例外ね。でも小さな落書きなら私たちの出番よ。さっきも説明したと思うけど、遺跡周辺の美化活動が委員会の主な仕事になるわ。遺跡の調査はしないんですか？未知のお宝を発掘したりとか。そこまで行くと専門的な知識が必要ですから、遺跡の調査は大学の先生方にお任せしています。そうなんですか。残念です。そう気を落とさないでください。美化活動の他にもご来校されたお客様向けに観光ガイドを行ったりもしているんですよ。
Tour guides?
はい、こちらをどうぞ。
Sakagami-san blushed and handed a flyer to everyone in the group. The flyer was entitled Map of the Miyajima Academy Ruins and contained a variety of photos with small text blurbs as well as a cute illustration of a bear. This map is nice. It's easy to get a feel for everything at a glance.
でしょ？それカナが作ったのよ。
Wow, you did? It's really well made. The picture of the bear is super cute too.
恐縮です。よかったですね、カナちゃん。はい。こういったプリントの他にも、自分たちで作ったパンフレットを配って遺跡を見学しに来た人を案内してるのよ。初等部の子たちが社会科見学に来ることもあるし、意外と忙しいんだから。他にも校内にある展示物の制作管理も私たちのお仕事です。展示物に関しては副会長のカナちゃんが監督をしています。
Displays, huh? I could probably help out with that. I'll channel the spirit of my inner designer.
はい、その時はよろしくお願いします。
Yeah, leave it to me. I'll whip up an awesome diorama that you can't help but fall in love with, Sakagami-san. だ？
ありがとうございます。
Why did she run away?
カナちゃんたら照れちゃってかわいい。
Haha, yeah, it's really cute how she immediately turns red like that.
お兄ちゃん、また口から本音が漏れてる。
What's the big deal? It's the truth.
童顔相手に発情とは、お前はロリコンか。
If I had to say, you're the bigger lolly between the two of you.
誰が成長前のタケノコだ。地面を掘らなくても頭くらい見える。
No one said anything like that.
うるさいキノコ族、お前も死ね。
Yeah! She stabbed me in the forehead with that needle again. That was the second time today.
まあまあ、大変です。早く抜かなくては。
Senpai, who had been watching our exchange on the sidelines, removed the needle from my forehead and blew gently against the wound. Why are you breathing on me? Ah, wait, Senpai.
今からお薬を塗りますから、じっとしててくださいね。
Sure. She took some ointment out of her pouch and smeared it across my forehead. I could feel the slippery sensation of the medicine as well as the gentle, courteous texture of her fingertips. Something as simple as a person spreading ointment on you could be oddly ticklish.
ごめんなさい。くすぐったかったですか？
A little. Ah,
目をつむっちゃって。ケイスケくん、かわいい。
cutie?
あら？おでこが熱くなってきましたよ。
This is,
あとは絆創膏を貼って。はい、これで大丈夫。痛いの飛んでけ。
Senpai gingerly placed her finger against the wound and chanted that adorable sounding spell. She then brought her hands together in front of her chest and shot me a gentle smile.
どうですか？痛みは引きました？
Yes, thank you so much.
お役に立てたようで何よりです。
Wow, Senpai's smile was insanely adorable. Ah, too adorable.
それはそうと、クレハちゃん。いくら冗談でも人に向かって物を投げてはいけませんよ。だが、今のはあいつが。わかりましたか？いい子ですね。
Oh wow, she got someone as perpetually moody as Sumiyoshi to agree with her. She simultaneously executed her role as president and club captain to perfection. With that said, I wouldn't consider Sumiyoshi's blow darts to be on the same tier as throwing things, but wouldn't it be my loss if I joked about it?
チャイムが鳴ってしまいました。
もうすぐ日が暮れそうだね。今日はここまでにしようか。
わかりました。では最後にとっておきの場所をご紹介しますね。すごい夕焼けだね。
Wow, this is pretty impressive. Senpai led us to the roof of the school gate. This special gate had once been used as a watchtower many years ago. still, this is a really nice view. I couldn't really tell when I visited yesterday, but the massive residential area at the base of the hill and the harbor beyond it were beautifully stretched out before us. If I wanted to drink somewhere with a spectacular view, this would definitely be it. Surely the Oni that once lived here hosted a feast in this very spot.
綺麗な夕日だ。気に入っていただけましたか？それはここに上がれるのは委員会のメンバーだけなんです。さしずめプライベートルーフといったところでしょうか。無理に入会しろとは言いません。この景色を眺めに来るだけでも構いません。ですから、まあ見に来るだけならいいかな。本当ですか？これからもよろしくね、クーちゃん。クーちゃん？うん、クレハちゃんだから頭文字を取ってクーちゃん。そっちの方が呼びやすいでしょ。変なあだ名を勝手につけるな。恥ずかしいだろ。クーちゃん。だから人の話を聞け。僕。
Sumiyoshi scowled and turned away, but Aoi simply shot her an innocent smile. It was highly unlikely that the sunset had caused the subtle tinge of red of Sumiyoshi's cheeks. The sun had mostly set by the time I headed home from the academy. I walked down the hilly road alone, treading upon my long outstretched silhouette all the while. They apparently wanted to talk to us about something related to our jobs as committee members, so we agreed to meet up at the school gate bright and early tomorrow morning. Would I be able to make it on time though? Maybe I should ask Aoi to give me a wake-up call. After committee let out, Aoi and Kibitsumiya headed back to the girls' bamboo dorm. Sakagami-san returned to her parents' home, which was located at the top of the hill. Kumakichi mentioned having to take care of something and vanished. And Tamaiko-sensei picked up Sayonji-senpai, who lived in the pine dorms, in his car. Miyajima's dormitories were given rankings of pine, bamboo, or plum. The pine dorms were like high-class condos with highly equipped facilities. The bamboo dorms were like what you'd find in a standard apartment complex. Lastly, the plum dorms were standalone residences. The plum dorm sounded like the most comfortable out of the three, but there was a catch. The plum dorms were old-fashioned single-story homes made out of wood, and there were rumors going around which suggested that some didn't even have electricity. There likely weren't any students who would willingly rent those unless it was a last resort. In reality, there were a handful of students who resided there. This is... As I went down the hill and passed through the residential area, I eventually spotted a building with a flashy signpost. It was a psychedelic-looking gateway adorned with a bear sculpture at its entrance. This must have been the "I want you" bathhouse I had heard about. "I want you" was a popular bathhouse among the students. Anyone could make use of it for free, as long as they had their student ID. Very few students took advantage of this facility, as most of the dorms had baths. It was highly likely that most, if not all, of the occupants from the plum dorms used it. Oh, it's you, Sumiyoshi. What brings you here? By sheer coincidence, I ran into Sumiyoshi by the roadside and she was holding a plastic pouch under her arms. Could this be? On your way to the bathhouse? Does that mean you live in the plum dorms by any chance? Oh, sorry, I wasn't trying to belittle you or anything.
前と話をしていたら喉が腐ってしまう。
You're as cruel as ever, huh, Ku-chan?
ちゃん言う
Sumiyoshi turned away from me in a huff and headed toward the bathhouse. I didn't expect her to blow up at me like that. I guess I must have hit a nerve. Oh, isn't this... Something had fallen on the ground. Wasn't this a student ID? And its owner was... Sumiyoshi Kureha. Of course, she dropped something as important as this. She wouldn't be able to use the bathhouse without it, right? Well, I can't exactly overlook someone in need. Wow, this is what it's like inside? While I had expected an old-fashioned bathhouse with an attendance booth, it was anything but. Inside, I found the spacious, tidy lobby of a seemingly deluxe bathhouse. After a brief discussion with a receptionist, they directed me toward the gender-segregated changing rooms. It seemed pretty spacious on the inside too. It was time to search for my distraught-looking underclassman. Kumakichi? What is he doing here? Is that Kumakichi? Upon closer inspection, Kumakichi was seated at the center and Sumiyoshi was undressing in front of him for some reason. What?
よいしょっと。もうちょっとだから待ってろ。
待ってるよ。だからもう一枚行ってみようか。
Hey, what are you doing, you pervy bear?
No!
I've misjudged you, Kumakichi. I never thought you were that big of a pervert. What do you think you're doing, tricking an innocent girl like her? You're not fit to be called a perverted gentleman.
おい待て。私はお前と一つしか年が違わないはずだぞ。
Sumiyoshi! I'll protect you, so you can bath in peace. I'll even escort you to the dressing room if you'd like.
待て。いきなり何を言い出すんだ。お前に守ってもらうことなど何もない。
But it looked like that pervy bear was about to take you for all you were worth.
少しは落ち着きたまえ。先に服を脱ごうとしたのは彼女の方だよ。
What? What do you mean?
彼女が学生証を持っていないのに銭湯に入ろうとしたから僕がそれを止めたんだ。そうしたら必ずどこかにあるはずだからくまなく調べろと言い出したんだ。
And that somehow led to her stripping bare naked?
ああ、女の子が自ら肌を晒そうと決めたんだ。止めるのは紳士的じゃないだろ。
おい、いつまでクマを引っ張るつもりだ。というかどっちか突っ込め。
Is what he just said true, Sumiyoshi? He didn't threaten you or anything?
ああ、すぐに見つかると思ったのだが、ポーチやポケットを探しても出てこなくて。
That's no reason for you to start stripping.
うるさい。ついカッとなったんだ。今は反省している。人前で肌を晒すなんて。そのハレンチの極みだしな。
Oh, she was blushing. I guess even she was capable of getting embarrassed in situations like these. Well, that only made sense. She may have been tiny, but that didn't change the fact she was a girl. In that case, there's no reason for you to start undressing. Here, this is what you're looking for.
どうしてお前がそれを持っているんだ？もしかして盗んだのか？まさかそこのクマと結託して私を脱がそうとしていたのか？
Where did that come from? Aren't you the one who initiated it?
そうだったのか。僕のためにありがとう友よ。
I'm telling you, it's not like that. I found it by the entrance. Yeesh, I went out of my way to bring it to you and get nothing but insults in return. What is it?
いや、なんでもない。
Well, whatever. You can get into the bath with this, right? Hurry up and go in. Sumiyoshi looked a bit uncertain, then headed toward the dressing room. What was that all about? Maybe she was worried about what I had just said?
とんだ邪魔をしてくれたね。あと少しで禁断の果実を拝めたはずなのに。
You have no integrity at all, do you? You shouldn't try to snatch such a tiny girl into your evil clutches.
そういう言い方は良くないよ。住吉くんはあれでも立派なレディーなのだから。
Well, that is true. We had just about the worst initial meeting possible and pretty much just hurled insults at one another, but she was still a girl. I needed to be nicer to her. I didn't want her to think of me as a pervert forever either. I really needed to try being friendlier with her to improve our relationship. By the way, why are you here?
ここの管理人だからだよ。この I want you は坂上家が運営しているのさ。
Talk about poor hiring choices. I wouldn't want to visit any bathhouse with a guy like you around.
君に入ってもらう必要はない。僕が求めているのは可愛い女の子だけだからね。
Kumakichi's eyes glistened at the thought as he grabbed the video camera he had used this morning and tried to head toward the changing rooms.
よーしパパ、今日は張り切って録画しちゃうぞ。
Stop right there. Where do you think you're going?
決まってるだろう。脱衣所の安全チェックをしに行くのさ。危険物を持ち込まれて騒ぎになったら坂上家の信用問題に関わるからね。
You walking in would actually make me question my faith in you even more.
ご用だ！ご用だ！
What the? Just as I tried to restrain Kumakichi, a number of ninjas abruptly appeared from inside the lockers and instantly surrounded Kumakichi.
おとなしくしてください、坊ちゃん。執行猶予中のハレンチ行為は処罰の対象になりますよ。
話せ！僕は今からあの幼いボディを余すところなく舐め回しに行くんだ。
Honorable ninjas, please dispose of this oversized pile of garbage immediately.
了解であります。
No!
The ninja seized him by both shoulders and dragged him outside.
アイウォン中の平和は我ら戦闘タスクフォースにお任せください。ニンニン。
Thanks, Bathhouse Task Force. Thank goodness, it would appear they were keeping an eye on the bathhouse. I could rest easy knowing she could bath in peace. Alright, my business here is done, so I guess I should head home. I was about to leave the lobby, feeling like I had just taken a refreshing bath myself, when I realized something. There was no one here, not even the receptionist. Sumiyoshi was still inside too. Thank you for your patronage. As such, I temporarily became the bathhouse receptionist. Not only were people coming to use the baths, but some were buying soap and detergent, and others showed up to buy coffee, milk. Being a clerk was surprisingly difficult. All the same, I wondered when Kumakichi was going to come back. Was it going to be like this for the rest of the day? I hadn't eaten yet, and I also needed to gather information on the fake Ura.
いいお湯だった。
Hmm? Oh, was someone other than Sumiyoshi inside? Man, though, that young-looking body and tracksuit made for a rather striking combination. I didn't think I was attracted to girls like her, but she was super hot.
なんだ、人の顔をチロチロ見て。
No reason. This is random, but why are you wearing a tracksuit? Trying to throw me a bone or something?
これはその、寝巻きがなくて。
You don't have pajamas? Not a single pair?
ああ、そうだ。悪いか、貧乏で悪いか。
Whoa, sorry, I wasn't trying to imply that you are a bad person. What was this feeling? I was getting a major sense of déjà vu. Wait, are you really Sumiyoshi?
当たり前だろ。私以外の誰に見えるんだ。
Well, you know. She really was a girl. Who would have thought letting down her hair and a change of clothes would alter my impression of her so much?
だから、なぜチロチロとこっちを見る？
Oh, I was just thinking you give off a different energy when you let your hair down.
そうか。
Yeah, you're kind of childish when your hair's up, but you look very mature when it's down, I suppose.
大人っぽい。
Yeah, you're super pretty when your hair's down. What's up? Feeling dizzy? I'll lend you a hand, so come lie down over here. Whoa, slow your roll.
バカバカこっちに来るな。何が綺麗だ。お前のような変態に言われても嬉しくない。
Hahaha, yeah, I guess not.
まったく急に何なのだ。ドキドキしたではないか。
Wow, I did?
うるさい。とにかくこの話はもうやめだ。
Aw.
じゃない。
When I deliberately poked fun at her, she snarled and went red in the face. No doubt she was embarrassed. I guess she had a surprisingly cute side to her after all.
それよりどうしてお前がカウンターに座ってるんだ。あのクマはどうした。
Some stuff came up and I'm acting as a clerk in his place. For whatever reason, Sumiyoshi took a quick, restless look around and then sat down beside me.
そこをどけ。
Huh? Why?
まあそのなんだ。先ほどの例というか。
You mean for what happened with your student ID?
うん。だからここは私に任せろ。お前はもう帰れ。
Wow, I admire your attitude.
うるさい。礼は返せるうちに返す。金も返せるときに返す。利子を払うのが大変だからな。なんだその顔は。
Oh, just thinking how you're a surprisingly upstanding person. I like the way you think.
お前に好かれても嬉しくない。
That's a shame. I'd like it if you and I could become better acquainted though.
何？それはどういう意味だ。まさか私の低層を狙っているのか。
No, no, we both ended up on the same committee, so I just thought we should try to get along a little better.
私はお前と慣れ合うつもりはないぞ。
You may not, but I do. Just give in already.
自分勝手なやつだな。
Haha, I get that a lot. On that note, I'll stick around here for a little while longer.
なんだと。
This job is surprisingly difficult. It would be more efficient to do it together than go it alone.
それはそうかもしれんが。
Right? So, let's do it together.
だがそれでは貸しを返せないではないか。
That's fine, really. It's the thought that counts.
それでは私の気が済まん。やはりお前は今すぐ帰れ。
No, I'll stay with you. If you don't like it, then you leave. It might be kind of chilly right now for you anyway.
私はそんなやわではない。いいから帰れ。
You're so unreasonable.
お前こそ。
Nanda!
フルーツ牛乳をいただきたいのですが。
Wait, senpai?
どうも。
At some point while Sumiyoshi and I were having our little spat behind the counter, senpai had appeared right in front of us. For that matter, she was in her negligee. Those super tits. Oof. Senpai, why are you wearing something so divine?
これは寝巻きです。お風呂上がりはいつもこの格好なんですよ。
Does that mean you were also in the bathhouse?
はい。ケイスケ君たちが来る前からずっとお風呂に入っていたんですよ。そろそろ上がろうかなと思ったらクレハちゃんが入ってきたのでご一緒していたんです。もう少し時間がずれていればあんなことには。
Did something happen in the bath?
それは私たちだけの秘密です。ね、クレハちゃん。もうな。
A secret between two girls. Gulp.
ヒントは乳比べです。それは正解を言ってるのと同じだ。
Breast comparisons. Gulp.
見るな、こっちを見るにゃ。
Whoops, sorry. That's something you would want to keep under wraps, though. You must have been faced with a very harsh reality.
お前、何か勘違いしてないか。お前が思ってるより私は胸があるんだぞ。ボインチョッパーンだ。
Ha ha ha.
笑うな。あるったらあるんだぞ。なんならくまなく調べてみるか。
Can I? If so, I'd be happy to take you up on your offer.
何をやらせるんだバカ
As I made grabby hands and approached her, Sumiyoshi's face grew redder and redder before her expression turned sour. She played along with the stuff really well.
それでフルーツ牛乳は
Oh, that's right. That will be 120 yen.
はいではこちらで
Thanks for your business. What's the matter?
その
For whatever reason, Sumiyoshi was gazing passionately at the fruit milk in Senpai's hand. Her wallet was open in her hands, but perhaps its contents had left her in despair. Without a word, she put it away in her purse. Then I... Oh, first, multiple choice segment of this VN. Don't touch the merchandise or treat her to fruit milk. Let's be nice to her. Let's treat her to fruit milk. Oh, do you want some fruit milk too?
違う今のは瓶の形状を観察していただけだ
You don't need to lie. Why don't I treat you to some then?
今なんて
It's my treat. You wanted fruit milk, right?
本当にいいのか
Yeah, you seem pretty pissed about some of the stuff I said earlier, so let me make it up to you.
だが
Weren't you going out of your way to make sure we were even earlier? Then quit fighting it and let me treat you to fruit milk.
まあそういうことなら飲んでやってもいい
Okay, wait just a second then. I grabbed a bottle of fruit milk from the fridge and handed it to Sumiyoshi. No one could complain as long as I put the correct change into the register.
ではいただくぞ
Yeah, help yourself. After taking her beloved fruit milk in hand, Sumiyoshi put her other hand on her waist and chugged the beverage in a single breath. Oh, nice form you've got there. Haha, glad to hear it. Oh, you've got some leftover milk on your cheek.
にゃ
I casually wiped the fruit milk off her face with my finger. As I did so, to my amusement, Sumiyoshi's face went bright red and she reeled back as far as she could. It's not that big of a deal, especially when I went to the trouble of doing something nice for you.
これは親切ではないセクハラというんだもうせっかくきれいにしたのにまた汚れてしまったではないかどうしてくれるんだ
As cruel as ever, I see.
なんだ確かに今のは言い過ぎたな学生証も届けてくれてフルーツ牛乳まで送ってくれたわけだし
Why are you acting so docile all of a sudden? Did my comment bother you that much?
そうじゃないだから浦部先輩あれちありクレアちゃんもう少しですよファイトそんな恩いらんわくそもういいやめだやめやはり慣れないことはするもんじゃないなジンマシンが出そうになったあらもうやめてしまうのですかせっかくいい雰囲気でしたのに
I think this one was your fault, senpai. Yeah. It was painfully obvious Sumiyoshi had retracted her half-spoken thanks due to senpai's interference. She might be an incredibly nice girl at her core after all. By the way, why are you here, senpai? You live in the Pine Dorms, right? You must have a bath at your place.
気分の問題です泳げるくらい広い湯船に入らないとお風呂に入った気になりませんから
Huh? Do you come here often?
特に用事がなければ夜はここのお風呂を借りていますクレハちゃんもここに通い始めるようですし楽しみが増えちゃいますね私は一人で入るのが好きなんだわそんな けずです、クレハちゃん。抱きつくな。
Sumiyoshi aimlessly flapped her arms and struggled in Senpai's frontal embrace. How nice. I'd love it if Senpai gave me another good squish like that too.
これは
Just then, Sumiyoshi took a look at Senpai's chest and froze. There, dangling against Senpai's breast, was a pendant adorned with a mysterious-looking pink gem. Senpai must have noticed Sumiyoshi's eyes on her and smiled.
お胸ばかり見て。クレハちゃんたらエッチですね。違う、私は別に。冗談ですよ。照れちゃって可愛い。お胸に興味あるのはケイスケくんの方ですよね。
Yes! Wait! I blurted that out on accident.
引っかかりましたね。この正直者さん。
Nah, hahaha.
乙女、
お兄様。
迎えに来たぞ。外に車を用意してやる。
Darn, we were just getting to the good part too. Tamaiko-sensei barged in just when the two of us were getting our flirt on. I wish he could read the air a little better. All I could say was that I wasn't shocked in the slightest that those sunglasses remained planted firmly on his face even at night.
なん浦部も来ていたのか。まさかとは思う。乙女の入浴を覗きに来たわけではなかろうな。覗いていいのは兄である俺だけだ。
You shouldn't be doing that either. You're an adult, so please show some self-restraint.
このうさんくさいおっさんは誰だ？クレハちゃんにはまだ紹介していませんでしたね。こちらは私の兄の玉彦です。遺跡管理委員会の顧問もしているんですよ。なるほど。西園寺玉彦というのはお前か。
乙女、この無礼な小動物は何だ？
もう失礼なこと言わないでください。貴重な新戦力なんですから。
ほう、委員会の新人か。浦部以外にも水郷な奴がいるとはな。
お兄様。
すまん。少し言い過ぎたな。
Tamaiko-sensei awkwardly scratched his cheek as Senpai glared at him. I guess he wasn't one to defy her.
乙女、そろそろ。
はい。それではお二人とも、私はこれで失礼させていただきますね。
She followed after Tamaiko-sensei and disappeared from the lobby, leaving the two of us alone behind the clerk's counter. Sumiyoshi had a serious look in her eyes as she stared at the exit Senpai had gone through. Cat got your tongue?
いや、風呂上がりの先輩、綺麗だったと思って。
Yeah, she smelled nice too.
胸も大きかったな。
Seriously, her wearing that negligee really packed a punch.
毎日牛乳を飲んでいるんだろうか。
Maybe.
なあ。私は女だよな。
Huh?
やはり胸がないと女として見られないのだろうか。
Whoa, where's that coming from? You got all depressed out of nowhere.
だって。
You're fine. You're plenty attractive yourself. Yeah, there are lots of people in this world who would say that itty-bitty titties are awesome.
ないちち言うな。眼球えぐるぞ貴様。
Oh, a customer. Welcome.
話をはぐらかすな。こっちを向け。
遅れて申し訳ござらん。
Wait, what? Oh, it's the chief.
おやおや、お主は今朝の。覚えててくれたでござるか。
Yeah, I'll never forget how you shoved that sword in my face the second I met you with no warning.
そんなこともござったな。ま、水に流してくだされ。銭湯だけに。キュン。
おいこら、どうしてそこでときめいた。
いやー、見事なまでの内地でござるなと思って素敵でござるよ。
There you go. You've got someone right here who loves your tiny titties.
嫌だ。こんなバッタモンの忍者に好かれても嬉し
お頭、何を遊んでいる？早く仕事を始めるぞ。
おっと、そうでござったな。ここからは拙者たちが仕事を受け継ぐでござる。熊吉坊ちゃんの代役、かたじけのうござった。
It was no trouble. What happened to him anyway?
坊主なら反省室に閉じ込めた。それで反省するとは思えないが、これもしきたりなんでな。
I see. Sorry for all the trouble.
これも仕事のうちだ。くだらんが。
What was with this guy? He had a totally different vibe compared to the other ninjas I'd met.
なんだチロチロ見て。
いや、その。
まさかお前も内父がいいとでも言うのか。
内父だと？くだらない。父は膨らみかけがちょうどいいって何を言わせる気だ。やっぱり
お前も変態か。この島には変態しかいないのか。
Sumiyoshi quickly hid behind me to escape the ninja's eyes. She quickly realized what she'd done, blushed, and immediately let go of me.
渡る世間は変態ばかりか。もういい、帰る。
Wait, it's dangerous at night. I'll escort you home.
お前に送ってもらった方が危険だ。狼に食われるかもしれんしな。
Sumiyoshi replied and made a quick getaway. She wasn't the type to take orders from anyone, but maybe I should try to discreetly follow her from a safe distance? Okay then, I'll be off too.
機会があれば今度は湯を浴びに来てくだされ。フルーツ牛乳くらいならおごるでござるよ。
Sure, I'll hold you to it. I waved and bid goodbye to the ninjas before quietly following after Sumiyoshi. The chief saw me off, conscientiously waving his hand to me until the very end.